like technical run. I learned this in a week, but that's not enough time to learn Mega Man X. Alright, excellent. So let me change the controls and I'll count you down again. I'm an R dasher, so again, anybody that's offended by that, look away for like 10 seconds. I need to go into the menu. I'm sorry. Okay. Now you can look again. Alright, this is weird because it's like one of those Capcom titles that loops like crazy. So I'm gonna count you down really quickly and I will say, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, this is Mega Man X. This would technically be 100%, so, you know, we gather all the heart pieces and all that other stuff. Really ridiculously good game. This is crazy good speedrun. Like, there's a lot of really cool attack, and there's a lot of really cool attack also that you only get like one chance to do. And I've technically never run this in the marathon, so Alex has a lot of faith in me, and I appreciate that. But in a marathon setting where I don't get a chance to reset, as I said, I hold like random events on my own channel, and one of the events that we hold is like a mystery kind of event where you can join or whatever. And you know what? I'm gonna do this. These bees are actually stupid. But everybody that joins has like a week to learn like a random speedrun, and it's assigned to you. And I curated the list. There's like 100 random retro games or something like that. It's like PS1 all the way back to N64, Game Boy, all that kind of stuff. I got Mega Man X last time, so Mega Man X in a week is horrible. Like, it's actually bad. But there's some harder games on that list. Like previously there was like Super Ghouls and Ghosts and things like that. So it's not all easy things. There is some try-hard stuff, and I happened to get Mega Man X. And again, Mega Man X in a week is just like a very tall order. So I did try to learn my best, but this has never been a game that I ran, you know, beyond like that one event that we had. And marathon-wise, I've never done it before. So I'm not familiar with like marathon safe strats or anything like that. My only complaint, I used to run X2. My only complaints about Mega Man X is the fact that you don't get your dash boots yet. The first like 4 minutes or 5 minutes you run around. But after that it becomes a very S-tier speedrun really quickly. Okay, take care, physics. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. So this is Vile. We just gotta get beat up in this last fight. X likes to get captured quite a bit in this run, so... This is true, yeah. So there's everybody's pal Zero. I sincerely thought as a kid Zero was a girl. I just saw the long blonde hair, I got confused. I was like, oh, look at her. But nope. Zero is not a girl. So they talk about how there's evil and it's coming back in the world, and right now Mega Man is pathetically weak and Zero is much stronger. Zero likes to remind us that we're not strong enough yet and we're weak. So that's basically what's happening. So we need to go to Penguin. X is a really good game. Like it holds up extremely well for sure. Speedrun wise, I think I prefer X2, but X is still phenomenal. So, okay, nice. So Penguin is kind of a weird stage too. He does have some tech going on, where there are slope jumps that you can technically like walk down the slope for a couple of frames to get like a higher jump arc. But otherwise, for the most part, he's kind of a slow stage as well. Because you spend half of the stage just like running to get the dash boots, which is great. Which are here. And then we open up movement immediately after talking to Dr. Light. Dr. Light basically says, like, X, I hit around a bunch of random capsules and I didn't know if you need to use them one day, but if you did, now you have to go to war. and everything is evil and everything is bad. I really wish you didn't have to do this, but I made it anyway just in case you did. So that's kind of like what he's paraphrased saying there. Yeah. So I really wish these were available at the beginning of the game, but we have them now, so I guess that's all that matters. It definitely opens up the door for movement in this game to be really good as a random speedrun, so... And funny enough, the penguin in this level is a stupid boss, first of all, but the penguin in this level, nice, is a massive source of RNG. And basically, every single time that he slides, he wastes 2 seconds and he has a bunch of iframes and you can't do anything about it. So you can literally do the mental math. Every single time he slides on his belly, just say 2 or then 4. And it's great. So we'll see how many times he slides. It's like, you can't do anything. He's like total iframes. But he's actually an ass. He's when you get good at this game, and I'm not good at it yet, one of the big reset points for that reason. So in all the X games, if you're dashing and you shoot like that, Mega Man technically does a little bit more damage. It's called a dash lemon. So we want all of these shots to be dash lemons for the most part. So he wasted us 8 seconds. GG Penguin. That's all we gotta do. So this is the next stage is Quanger. And if you're familiar with Quanger, we do the iceless route. So what that means is we don't have ice yet. The powered up charge shot ice anyway, to make this jump easy. So this is where we go behind for Alex, because iceless is horrible. It's probably one of the worst strats in this entire game. So any schedule that we were ahead, it's gonna be behind now, which is great. Sure. These turtles are assholes. I actually respect them so much that I skipped them all, only because if you try to do the hard strat, like the intended strat here, you're probably gonna get hit. And if you take a lot of hits, Quanger is actually a really horrible boss fight too. So I'm basically saving health for Quanger, making sure that I don't get hit there. You can kind of dash into this wall. There's a bug with like the hitboxes. So if you dash into the wall or whatever, there's no hitbox, and you can kind of like hang out in the spikes here as things are passing you by. So that makes that elevator section that's forced a little bit easier. This ice thing, you really want to like jump into like every enemy's hitbox with the ice. It has like a shrapnel effect where it explodes, but if you aim it in the enemy hitboxes, it does way more damage. And now we get stuck here. This is iceless, and there's a lot going on here in this particular trick. That's too low. And this in a marathon setting is like actually scary. All the Mega Man X runners that could like nail this, you know, first try every try is insane. Like they're actually incredible. Hopefully X, you can do it. Oh god. Okay, well, so what's kind of going on here is you need to be a certain amount of pixels away from the wall, both making the initial jump and then also this other jump here. And you also can't be turning in the air when you get to a certain point below like that heart. So basically there's something called like a 7-pixel wall kick or something in this game. And the first jump has to be 7 pixels off the wall. So you have to like double kick like that. And the other jump over here also needs to be a certain amount of pixels off the wall. And then you need to go underneath that platform. And we're just going to do this forever, apparently. We're just... See, when I practiced earlier, I probably should have just done Iceless over and over and over. Like, you know that, right? We should have just did this. Please, X! All I ask. Make the damn jump! Okay, well... This is exactly how I thought it was gonna go. I swear, we did learn this. Okay. Oh my god, it's one of those ones where... I had this earlier, like I did like first try, second try, whatever. It's like fourth try, and then there was one that was like 40. And I was like, well, I sure hope that doesn't happen in Alex's marathon, and guess what? It did. Oh my god, we're stuck here forever. Well, you know what? If I ever submit this again, which I'm sure Alex will always reject in the future now, there's this time save in the future if I submit this to Alex's marathon again, right? Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay. You also can't bonk your head. Like, if you see X bonking his head down there, it's immediately bad. Grab the wall, Mega Man! Okay, another alternative I can propose to you, Alex, is we could just cancel this run, and then you could be ahead of schedule, like 40 minutes. Oh my god, this was horrible. That was one of the worst Icelesses I've ever done before. Well, okay. Oh, I felt the pain on that. Yikes. Beautiful. What's up, Mboxy? What's up, Yogi? Was it actually? I wouldn't be surprised if it was 31st. So funny enough, we have kind of a difficult loop here, where you can kind of like make him dance like that, and that's also really hard. So I'm glad that we at least got that after that disaster. Okay. Oh yeah, like the first time trying to do Iceless, it took me hours as well. Like, it's actually really ridiculous. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That little dance with Quanger is actually quite a hard strat too. So I'm glad that I somewhat got that. So there's another really weird trick here. It's called Magic Carpet. I did learn that in the week that I learned this game. So let's see if we can pull that off. If not, we get to do the level really slowly. But this is also like another really kind of like weird, not safe marathon strat. So hopefully... Oh, denied. Okay, so we get to go through the level. Of course, the slow way after that Iceless attempt. Yeah, you can spawn a platform there. It's actually really cool what happens, but it's a really tough trick to also do. It involves dashing on the same frame and jumping on the same frame. So we have to go through kind of like the scenic route now. We have to collect this E-tank. And we have to go through here. And we get to see these platforms very slowly, so I'm sorry. I was hoping that we got the thingy, but apparently not. Yeah, we learned it like Iceless. Although I have to say I'm a lot more consistent with the platform thing than, what do you call it? Iceless, sorry. Yeah, this is... Okay, now we're back to normal. Now we know where we are, so... So this is the helmet. This allows us to smash bricks, which is very select in this game. It doesn't really do a whole lot, honestly. It's kind of a weirder upgrade. It basically allows us to like access another power up, but that's a weird jump. Sure. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if I sent you back to you. Oh man, Yogi, thank you for the raid to my channel. I didn't see that. So this is Storm Eagle. He can swoop. I think it was, if he starts swooping like this, he can swoop up to 6 times or something. Yeah, basically you want to like dash Lemon Eagle. And he's a pretty easy boss. There's nothing too hard going on here. He'll just try to push you away or he'll swoop a lot. His swoop RNG is random. So we enter Mammoth, which has a really cool stage. This is where the movement starts to get, I think, a little bit cooler because you're unlocking, you know, progressive weapons and stuff like that, sub-weapons. We immediately want to jump into this guy and shoot him in his hitbox, so... There's also an upgraded kind of like thing here. It's like a power-up. This jump is weird. In the sense if you fall, okay, I was gonna say if you fall, you have to repeat the level, so I'm glad that that didn't happen. But basically, Dr. Light again gives us an upgrade in this level, which you need the helmet, and this is going to upgrade our ability to like shoot charged up weapons and stuff like that. So we utilize this pretty heavily from the run from here on out. Immediately, actually, because now instead of using those like shrapnel ice shots, you can go like this, and you can charge for like this ice platform, which we can use to jump on this ledge and then shoot a boomerang and grab that E-tank. So that E-tank actually has a hitbox. Oops, that was weird. And it's funny because it does damage as it's like being swooped back to you. So as long as you hit those like miners with one, what do you call it? One boomerang, they can, nice. They can actually die from the E-tank, which I thought was kind of hilarious. I never knew that the E-tank, I guess it's technically the boomerang that's doing damage, not the E-tank, but you can see the movement. It's good when it's good. This is one of those games where like the highs are high and the lows are low, baby. Like, but it's such a good run, like once things actually go your way and you get to move through it like that. But I really enjoyed learning this one. So if you shoot these like tornadoes close enough, you can hear it. It actually hits the Mammoth twice. So you can kind of like double hit based on the hitbox and when they come out. What's up, Merrick? So next is Mandrill. Probably one of the toughest sections in the entire speedrun, I think, is in this level. There's like a little corridor, and Alagon was talking about that. Alakon was talking about that. So immediately we have to do that ice thing to like shoot it into that guy's hitbox. These things have a lot of health. So you can despawn that E-tank. I'm glad that I did not. What's up, Merrick? How you doing, man? But yeah, this hallway right here is crazy to do correctly. Oh shit. That was bad. Also, okay, you know what? Fine. You win, bird! This round, anyway. Yeah, that hallway is ridiculous in terms of like how hard that is just to go through the hallway without taking a hit or stopping. It's actually a ridiculous hallway. Probably the hardest section again, in my opinion, in the entire run. It's like really out of place. Like this whole run is pretty tough in terms of movement, but like that one in particular is really rough. So, there is a different strat that you can grab that thing. I'm super familiar with like even jumping in the dark and grabbing it that way. So I didn't learn the other strat that you could do. Okay. Oh yeah, the music in this level is crazy too. I mean, like all of the songs are really, really, really good, I think, in X in particular. That's true. You can also cut his trunk off. Nice. Alright, weird boss fight. It really does, and I'm always really surprised with this one in particular. Like, X2 has really good music, but this has great music. So, Armadillo is next. Armadillo is a weird one. You gotta power it up Dukin thing later on here. We messed up that jump. It's okay. I always have to constantly remind myself, like, there's some weird strats, like here, for example. There's like some really casual ways to do some stuff, and I default to that still. So there is a way that you can despawn these birds. This was one of the strats in the week that I could not figure out. I did try, but yeah, I don't know how to despawn this bird very well. Thanks, I did learn this pretty decently, but like Iceless is miserable. If you've ever actually played this game, it's a pretty tough trick. But it's one of those ones where for me it's like it's either gonna be first try or like somewhere in between. But yeah, I wish I had more time to like learn this one in particular, and I thought it was just a cool showcasing, going from Mega Man DOS to Mega Man 1 to Mega Man X. But yeah, in general, I wish that I learned this game a little bit more, but as I said, I only had about a week to learn it. So I tried my best in that week, but the movement that I was able to learn in that week was really, 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 really good. Like, insanely good. Yeah, no, it's a tough trick for sure. Tough opening to this level too. You have to like do a bunch of shit. Okay, almost. So we want to dash with the shield, go to the left side of the screen, and then come back. We activated this guy, so you can do that without activating his like sucking thing. So unfortunately, he decided to do that. That's fine. Same here, we can be a little bit ballsy and land on this platform, so you can blow off this guy's like engine. And that actually went pretty decently, so I'll take that. It's an awkward jump. These stupid missiles are random. That was a really badly placed one. Also great. This thing's gonna destroy weird. I have to be careful, otherwise it's gonna crush me. Yeah, that's literally a sucking and blowing machine. Oh, nice. We almost died in the spikes. Like, I don't know what kind of submarine it is, you know? It's just... It can suck or blow depending what it wants to do. Those are its two functions, that's it. I don't make the rules, right? I report on the functions of that machine. So you kind of need a specific amount of, like, roll shield coming in here. It's the octopus's weakness, who also, by the way, can suck you. Like, there's a theme in this level, alright? Yeah, so we basically want to like immediately jump into the octopus with the charged up shield and then trade with him. And if he does this attack, next time anyway, you want to charge up a shield again. So, pretty straightforward fight. He does do a lot of damage if he hits your body though. So he's a little bit scary there. But yeah, he spams a lot too. This level sucks. Thematically, yes. It's actually one of the more fun speedrun levels, though. So we almost did all of the 8 robot guys. We need to go to Chameleon here. I cannot do this without counting out like an idiot, because you need a very specific amount of, I guess, like boomerangs to end the level. So I'll count to 17 and share that inner monologue with everybody, apparently. Nice. Also nice. So if you're familiar with like Mega Man X2, there was like that meme from forever ago on the internet where, okay wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you almost not dick enemy, 17. So there's that meme from forever ago on X2 where it was like green biker and he's like in the background in the intro and he just immediately dies. And at the time everybody was like, oh, rest in peace, green biker dude. Learning this game, the community calls that guy Green Biker Dad, which I thought was hilarious. Which is really dumb, but it actually made me laugh a lot. So I like that that's the origin story, because technically this game did come first before X2, right? So it was Green Biker Dad, possibly right there. Okay, so that one's alright. So we need that life. Actually, that was necessary because during the revisits we have to die a bunch of times, obviously in Armadillo's stage. So that's kind of a weird grab there, but we do need that. And in the tutorial when I learned this game, Walrus Prime, he had a really good sentence where he literally said that that mech machine, you can be fast or you can look cool. If you want to be fast, you skip the machine. If you want to look cool, you go in that machine. But going in that machine is not fast. You can definitely do that section a lot better. But so this is probably one of the more like infamous unlocks. This is why you need exactly this many boomerangs coming into this level. You need 17, or I guess whatever minus 17 is, because you have just enough. So you see I have 0 ammo there. But yeah, I feel like probably as a kid, most people, they knew that one, right? So Zero, he appears again. He's like, you know what, X, you're still really pathetic and weak. And then he goes away. It's like, thanks, Zero. And we need to do the revisits now. So we need to go back here and grab a heart. We also need to go into Armadillo after we grab the heart and then get the Hadouken thing. So the revisits are pretty straightforward. We just grab a heart from this level. We weren't able to do that before because we didn't have the fire ability. You have to use like the fire weapon to destroy an igloo. I forgot to charge there. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's super easy to get back there because realistically you have upgraded Sea Sting, which makes this kind of trivial, right? So at that point, you just go like that. Oh, it's right here, I think, right? I'm cool. Okay, so there's the heart. And then we go back to here. So ideally, as I said, like I've never run this in a marathon setting before. Oh, I was gonna say, I would like health to fill up my E-tank, so I just have to like verbalize that thought a little bit more. So coming up here, we have to go like this. So I'll charge this shot, and then coming down here, as this thing goes through, we'll grab the E-tank here, and then we're done with power-ups for the rest of the game. That's all of the power-ups in the game. So coming up here, if I can get back to the normal weapon, thank you. You know what? I'll take them. Wow. Dude, like a hacked version or something. Like all of the power-ups. So basically we need to die here a bunch of times. There's like a little hidden weapon a long time ago, but not here yet. So we get to die multiple times here, going down this section. That's a really scary fall a little bit. If you fall into like that guy's like pincer things, whatever they are, like his like crab-like weapon hands, he actually instantly kills you. So we don't want to die there by accident. I guess we at one point had like an extra life. So take it. And then coming up here, we don't need to go all the way up there. I'm gonna grab the health every single time. You don't technically have to die, it's just faster to die, because the game just checks to see how many times that you have been up there. So realistically, at the end of the day, you could beat this level, come back, not die, and then beat this level and come back and not die, you know, more and more and more. And then you'll unlock it the same way. So it's not actually related to death, it's quicker to die in that hole and stay in the level than it is to come back multiple times and do this over and over and over. So do that a couple of times again. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion originally. Like, I thought the same thing too, where it was like, oh man, like I thought you had to die, I thought you needed to be full health. And I honestly forget the specifics now, and I keep charging like a weirdo. I don't want this charge. But yeah, the scary part about 100% is like you don't technically farm for any E-tanks. And if you're unfamiliar with this game, E-tanks aren't a specific amount of health. They're reflective to the health that you put in them and you find. So it's not like the original Legacy Mega Mans where you just automatically, you know, refill your entire tank. So the end boss is a little bit scary still if you don't have a lot of E-tanks. And especially scary in the sense, like, again, I'm not some Mega Man X Pro. There's a lot that I'm not super great at in this run, so there's a way that you can, again, despawn those birds. I really wish that I learned that before. Okay, I gotta be careful here. That guy's gonna... Yeah, I guess there's sub-tanks. Sub-energy tanks or something. Alright, so Dr. Light should be there this time. He's gonna make his appearance finally. We can get out of here. I think we did okay on the energy. You know, we found a lot random energy. So he gives us the power of the Hadouken, which is pretty OP. It does a tremendous amount of damage if it hits something, and we can exit. So I liked how they kind of like combined the universes of Street Fighter and Mega Man back then. So Zero, he's coming back again. He's like, you know what? Sigma's pretty strong and you're still pretty weak. He's like, let me go ahead and before you, because you're pathetic and you're weak. So we're like, okay, Sigma. I guess you're really strong, and okay, Zero. I guess again, you're stronger than us. This purple thing is a asshole enemy. These platforms are asshole platforms. Nice, I was gonna say. It's entirely possible to... Okay, this is kind of the scary part too. It's entirely possible to just walk off those platforms because they're weird when they move. So I'm glad that that didn't happen. We're gonna try to do a skip here that can soft lock the game if you suck. So hopefully we don't soft lock again. And apparently we're gonna go like that and stand and shoot both of those guys. So if you're timing that well, you can jump without activating that door. There's supposed to be a cutscene before that door. And we have to get in here really fast, shoot a roll shield, and then pause. So go like that. And we didn't pause in time, but that's okay. Okay, well, thanks. Partially got it. We still had the skip thing. If you pause at the wrong time, it soft locks, so that's a little bit scary. But you see, guess what? We didn't suck after all. I don't see us dead. I see Zero dead over there. Who's the pathetic and weak one now, Zero? Okay, so if we're good, nice. We can kill that guy using the Hadouken that we just found. That's a little bit tricky too. And coming up here, Zero's like, guess what? I was never strong. I was actually pathetically weak. In fact, you know what? Okay, well, you know what? There you go. So good job, Zero. So we use C-Sting here to jump up pretty quickly and get into here. So Quanger can be a dick. Okay, he decided not to be. That's good. I was gonna say, unfortunately with Quanger, he can just be bad. So no, I want shield here. Shield here. No, I want C-Sting. Okay. Shield's the next one. Yeah, I never understood. I guess maybe the explosion or something like blew them off, but... So yeah, Mama Spider, one of the worst bosses in the speedrun by far. We don't want her to waste all of our E-tanks or shoot at the very beginning. Okay, I'll take that. We didn't get hit by her babies at the beginning, and we read the pattern correctly, but she's awful. Like, easily the worst boss in the speedrun anyway. She's pretty bad casually too, but 0 legs given. Okay, so Sigma 2. There's 4 Sigma levels, so we need to switch to this immediately, jump immediately. Okay, I will take that. We didn't get hit. We use C-Sting again to get through this little section, and then guess what? It's kinda a theme here. The penguin can also be dick. Okay, we got him. So this one I need shield. I think it was 3 over. Your splits for Rocky. That's funny. Oh, okay, there we go. So you have to jump over, fuck. You have to jump over that guy. Otherwise, these dudes spawn, but I didn't mean to do that, so that's great. So, damn, I was hoping that you had something. I hate that. Do you have energy? Can you just drop like one pellet? Okay, fine. So the problem with the we have a lot of E-tanks anyway. The problem with the Hadouken, if you've never played this game before, is you need full health to use the Hadouken. If you take a random hit like that, you can't use it anymore. So it's very much like a risk versus reward thing, which I always thought was like a pretty cool thing that they did. Hey, it's a good quote. But yeah, basically, I didn't want to take that one hit, so... Yeah, we use C-Sting again. C-Sting gets a lot of mileage in the speedrun when it comes to like some of these weird corridor sections, so pretty straightforward. This dude is completely random. Okay, well whatever. I guess we kill him with C-Sting now. So depending on the eyeball pattern, you can fireball the eyeballs. It's kind of tricky to do that though. It literally depends on the pattern. So sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But ideally you want like one of the eyeballs to come down like that. And it tried, actually, both of the eyeballs tried. Those are both fireball patterns that you could have fireballed them. But this boss isn't too hard if you can't do that. You just use the C-Sting that's left over, which you're gonna have more than enough of. Yeah, casually he's kind of tricky, honestly. I would say like the Mama Spider is still way worse, but she's a rough one for sure. So coming up here, there's a very specific skip where we can't scroll the screen on the Y-axis high, so we gotta stay low, and we also can't take a hit. So we're gonna go like this. Ooh boy. Oh fuck, okay, we're gonna spawn that guy anyway. If you see the screen scroll vertically like that, you can't skip this boss fight anymore. But if you get to the door, you can shoot yourself in with the ice platform. And you don't have to do this refight, it just skips him completely, which is kind of nice. The other cool thing about this boss too is he is completely random technically for how many times he can bounce around like this. So he's a terrible boss too, where I don't know what like the record is, but I remember seeing a clip a long time ago where he like bounced around like 30 times. So it's pretty ridiculous. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna be a pyromaniac. Oh, and we're gonna try a trick that we just learned yesterday. So we're gonna try this air Hadouken thing. If we can find ice, there we go. Which I'm probably not gonna be able to hit. This is pretty hard to do too. But there's some really cool attack in this like little sub-boss thing. No, okay, that's fine. So we'll go here instead. We kind of got lucky. Okay, it's gonna be over here. Ah, fuck. I was gonna say, we kind of got lucky we didn't take a hit. But actually that's okay, because outside of this platform, or outside of this boss fight, sorry, there's like a little health refill thing. So we don't have to use another E-tank just because we took like one hit. But I was trying to learn the last couple of days, like there's like a way that you can lodge like a piece of ice up there basically. And you can use the ice that's stuck up there to basically yeah, thank you, wrong one. You can use the ice that's stuck up there to like basically do like an air Hadouken and kill him on the first couple of frames that he spawns in, and you have like active control over him, so it's a cool trick. But also really tough to do. So you can see the power of the Hadouken. Nice random rolling shield. I don't know why that was there. I can never get past this fish. This fish is like the smartest fish in the entire game. So Octopus is normally really annoying and spamming, but he always starts off the same way. He fires these missiles. So if you shoot that one missile and then you use the Hadouken, you can kill him very consistent like this too. Yeah, I don't know. That fish is insane. Like, I can't get by that one fish. He's actually insane, so I give all the fish the credit there. You're supposed to dash and jump here like this instead of like actually dashing, because those, like, the Mega Man has a 25% chance in when he dashes and producing like a little cloud for animation, and that animation is slow, so yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. There's a way to use the electricity coming down, right? But I was never able to do that, so. Okay, well, we'll try. This thing is weak to. Okay, maybe we can now. Wow, okay. We kind of saved that. So there is a way that you can Hadouken him right at the very beginning of the boss fight. Otherwise, I think he's random if he starts moving around like that. But we were able to save it. He actually hit me at the same time that I got the Hadouken out. So it's kind of funny, because I do have damage there. But so that's it. This is Sigma 4. This is why we wanted to not take damage and use all our E-tanks, because this is actually kind of a scary section. Not really the first two boss fights, but the last boss fight. It's really, really, really easy to take like a ton of damage there. What's up, Rift? So timing is like on, there's 3 phases in this fight. So there's a dog, Sigma, and then kind of like the Sigma 3rd phase. And timing is when the 3rd Sigma dies. Hey, what's up, Will? Oh man, saved. That was close. Wow, okay. Double saved. So if you tap to the sounds here, 3, 4, 5, 6, da, 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 da. If you do it the right way, it actually ends up on shield. So I was always kind of wondering if that was intentional, but I did the wrong way apparently. Yeah, all of Sigma here does like an insane amount of damage for all of his hits. So need to be mindful of my health. He does a lot of damage though. Oh, I guess we have to use at least one. And the best part is if you miss the shield like that, it just like spams. There you go, time. Whatever that was. But it just like rolls around and you can't use it again. That went okay, minus Iceless, which we'll never talk about again. Like, if we went overestimate, it was actually because of Iceless and like nothing else in this round. But we'll take it. You know what, I'll take 47 is not bad considering how, like, someone go back and check how long Iceless took there. It's pretty bad. But thank you, Alicon. Thank you, Rift, JJ Sanchez, and Base Guy and Will. Asplav. I probably pronounced that horribly, but thank you as well. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dragoon. And Berkman on Haha. General Kenobi. Thank you, Angels. Neo. And Bedwa. Thank you, Alex and Drina. Thank you for following Drina, by the way. Thank you, Markler and Woozy and Zinglon and Tracker. But yeah, that's concludes, I guess, the little Mega Man block. Hopefully you enjoyed at least 33% of the Mega Man games. I don't know anybody that enjoyed Mega Man DOS, so I hope you enjoyed at least 33 to 66% of this block. Thanks, Sanchez and Saber Rider. Thanks, Butt Neighbor. And Dark Moon Shadow. Thanks, Fat Def. It's a good question. Yeah, let you take me away, Alex. Yeah, it's. I mean, you know what? The one thing that I'll say, it's wild going from Mega Man DOS to Mega Man 1 to Mega Man X in terms of how they move, right? Like, the physics are extremely, extremely different. And the movement speed and stuff is extremely different between everything. Yeah, yank me off the stage like that frog pulls the musical guy off the stage. Keep yourself on schedule. Thank you, Alex, for keeping me around. Thank you for letting me join. Alright, bye! Bye forever!